Hello and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the weekly reading from October 15th until the 22nd. What we have here is the current reason for the disconnection, what is needed to bring them together, what will happen if they both apply themselves, what the masculine is thinking, how he should be thinking, how he feels, how he should feel. Same for the feminine, what he'd like to see happen, and what he can do in order to make that manifest, and same for the feminine. So let us see the overview. We have temperance. That's a need to come into balance. It's also the balancing of the masculine and feminine energy. It is tempering oneself, rising from a lower plane, which is the shadow self, to the higher self. It is maintaining a sense of calm or grace. We've seen the grace card appear many times in the readings. That's, to keep the energies balanced, to not be kicking out negative energies, etc. It's the ability to make good choices, to have a good perspective on things. It's about divine timing. It's about self-evaluation, a need to re-examine your life priorities. It's to seek balance between the inner and outer self, search for higher meaning and purpose in life. Is the clash between the old and the new, which is, of course, the letting go of the shadow self to embrace the higher self. It is again, moderation, balance, patience, purpose, meaning, to make sure that one isn't imbalanced. It's also long-term vision. So it's a need for all of those things. And then you have the Chariot, which is the sign of Cancer. It's about spiritual transformation, strength and will. Celestial influences, which is universal influences. Spiritual evolution. Inspiration. Positive and the negative be in balance. You see the two sphinxes there, the light and the dark. Again, this is kind of like the temperance and bringing together, the lower and the higher self, gaining control over that. It's also about, uniting the two. And twin flames, the opposites, the yin and yang, it all fits with this as well. It is turning our backs on the earthly, materialism, etc., and seeking more spiritual matters. It's about conquest and victory, overcoming oppositions through confidence and control, leveraging out the opposing forces, knowing that whatever struggles you might be going through is only going to make you stronger. It's also a need to focus, to persevere. It's about self-discipline, assertion, boldness, being confident, having faith in oneself, questioning our belief systems, like are we hanging on to beliefs and behaviors that are not serving us well? It's about mastering one's emotions and curbing impulses. It's gaining control of oneself. It's also about travel. So again, some people might be at a distance from each other, and some people might need to move. And again, it's about willpower, victory, assertion, being determined, gaining control, again, over our situations, over ourselves. And then you have the Strength card, which can be also a soulmate card. You get the infinity symbol above the head. This is about taming the beast. Again, just like the Chariot, balancing and the temperance. Balancing out the things that are within us that are making us unbalanced. Taming the shadow side. You have 3 cards that are referencing to that. So there's a message. And also, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas in a 5-card thing, which shows that this is major. This is life purpose altering. This is soul altering, soul's growth altering, I should say. You know, this is, again, like how I've mentioned in the other readings, this is it. This is the pivotal moment to be out with the old and in with the new, to releasing the shadow self, the codependencies, you know, the addictions, so whatever it is, the stinking thinking. It's about strength that comes from within, again, like the Chariot, and the other one, it's about willpower, being determined to persevere. It's going with the flow of life and not sitting in our thoughts and creating self-imposed prisons, you know, with stinking thinking, creating blocks for ourselves. It's about being determined, again, perseverance, patience, composure, maturity, compassion, you know, the emotions needing to be transcended into spiritual wisdom, conquering our fears, our intuition being awakened, letting go of the ego. You know, again, balancing within ourselves, taking responsibility for ourselves, holding ourselves accountable, mastering oneself, having hope and courage, and being rewarded for our efforts. So in these 3 cards alone, there's a huge message here. It's about letting go, having strength, will, and determination, balancing things within ourselves, taming our shadow sides, moving forward, integrating this union, the masculine and the feminine energies, the light and the dark energies, both within ourselves and with each other. And then you have the 10 of Wands. This is being overburdened, struggling to bring the fruits of one's labors. You know, it's a completion also of a cycle. It's the 10s. It's, you know, after a period of struggling, reaping the rewards, you know, through hard work and effort. It's realizing dreams and goals, you know, but also understanding that, you know, even with achieving things, you know, great responsibilities, you know, will come. You know, it's about being committed and being aware of needing to carry on that responsibility to ensure ongoing success. You know, it's like once you've stepped over that threshold, you can't turn back. You can't fall back into the old negative patterns. It's about, again, taming the beast, overcoming those things within us that have held us back, and releasing those burdens. You know, it's about oppressing ourselves, you know, needing to move those sticks out of the way so we can see the future, and also not to be blinded by things that we feel are burdensome that we might be placing on ourselves. You know, self-imposed prisons, which brings us to our lovely codependence, toxic relationship, addiction card, the devil. Needing to release this, taming again ourselves, taming our stinking thinking, our codependencies, getting out of those codependent relationships, getting rid of those behaviors, thoughts, feelings, again, that are making us our own worst enemies, keeping ourselves stuck because we refuse to let go of things that aren't serving us. You know, it's also looking for scapegoats, you know, to blame other things outside of ourselves as the reason for our current situations, instead of looking at the fact that you have more control over your life, and what you allow is what you'll get. So if you keep allowing toxic things, that's all you're going to get. Instead, it's about taking back control of oneself and not feeling bound to something that really is a choice. You know, the bondage is voluntary. Again, and it's about a need to hold oneself accountable for our current situation. You know, not feeding into addictions, not continuing to keep ourselves stuck. You know, it's negativity, constraint, a lack of control, no, what was the other card? Having no will within ourselves to take control. It's unhealthy bonds, materialistic desires, obsession. It's a need to take back our power. You know, it's feelings of hopelessness, pessimism. So, obviously, there is a need to gain back control of ourselves, to temper our energies, to move forward, to have strength and courage to overcome difficulties, to lay down burdens or get rid of things that are...
we're back.
So again, if this is the main issue for the disconnect, it's because this is all lacking. People are choosing to keep carrying these burdens, being unbalanced within themselves, not having the strength and the courage or the willpower to change things, you know, not letting go of toxic things, codependent relationships. It's like keeping themselves stuck. And what is needed in order to change this? Enthusiasm. Whatever I am most passionate about is the direction I will follow. And grace. I am filled with the same beauty, poise, and divine perfection as all of God's other creations. It's about having grace. Grace also comes with a willingness to accept things and being able to move forward. You know, humbling oneself even. And realize that, you know, perhaps we've been doing things in a way that has been self-sabotaging, and having the grace to accept that and the enthusiasm to want to change that. And then you have prayer. Instead of worrying, I pray about this situation to bring about real solutions. Again, this is about having faith, being positive, and then being devoted. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. This is also, again, being devoted to yourself, to your self-healing, to your self-improvement, to your life, to your future, to your journey, to your relationships. First and foremost, the one with yourself. Is how you're living your life, making things better for you? Are you happy? Are you doing right by others and yourself? Are you standing in your truth? You know, it's about, again, being devoted to ourselves, to being people who have integrity and acting in that way, you know, doing the right thing. And what else is needed? You deserve love. You are lovable. It's knowing, again, it's about self-love and self-respect. And having that first and foremost. Dedicating yourself to that, to having that. And that means letting go of things we need to let go of. And then you have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Now, again, this is what is needed in order to bring this together. This is either people needing to get out of situations, codependent situations, or just needing to come into union. And then you have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This, again, is realizing that this union is for a purpose. You know, it's a spiritual union. and you have a spiritual path to follow. Again, first and foremost, for yourself, and then with your partner. And then you have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. This is either both of you needing to reassess your relationship with money. There could be karmic issues, you know, vows of poverty in past lives or whatever it is, where in this life you seem to struggle a lot with financial independence, which causes people to become codependent or enter into relationships based on materialistic needs being met, not necessarily emotional ones. People needing to get their money together in order to move, make, you know, get trips or get divorces or whatever they got to do. It's like coming into finances in order to make things manifest. So there's a couple of meanings that you can take from this as far as what is needed. Because again, when you come back together, you can't be entering into codependent situations again. This is an issue. You know, each person being an equal contributor to the relationship, to the household, not putting it all on one person, and also figuring out your purpose, why you're here, and changing your relationship or your perspective on money. Instead of looking at it from a place of lack and only getting more lack, try to shift that energy into an energy of gratitude for what you have, so you'll receive more. Now, what is the masculine? And I'll read, you know, that one afterwards. What is the masculine thinking about the feminine in the union? We have jealousy. So perhaps people wanting to take off masks. We have justice, so that things will work out in how they want, which is to get back together with the feminine. And they want to have the strength in order to do that. You got strength and strength both here. And then you have inspiration. Again, trying to figure out a way how to make it all manifest. Trying to become inspired. Maybe trying to find the will and determination in order to do what you got to do. The strength, the foresight, the planning, the courage again. Now, jealousy. We got domestico. Gran consolación, sitting around in one's thoughts for too long, or someone living in illusions. El Nemico. This is a person who's, you know, slim shady. Someone who's only works to serve their own interests. Lies, deceives, uses, does whatever they got to do to get what they want, despite how it affects other people. And this has been, you know, one of the lessons for the masculine, is learning that you can't be like that. And then you got melancholia, feeling sad and depressed. So, you know, that's on jealousy. Someone feeling sad, you know, wondering if, you know, they've been wasting too much time. And also, you know, fearing of taking off masks, revealing our deceptions and how we've changed or how we want to now get back together. Or again, reveal ourselves to our karmic situation so we can get out of it. El pensiero, this is on justice, thinking. Costanza, how to persevere, how to get things to go the way that we want, so we can be happy and joyous, ԲΛΕΣΣΙΙΓΣ, or possibly get out of three-party situations. And then we got strength. ΛΟΒΕ, relationship, loyalty, faithfulness. ΛΟΒΕ, foolish choices. Dottore, lawyer, doctor, healing. So this was on strength. Trying to heal a situation or try to get a divorce from our foolish choice so that we can be with the feminine, or separate from a current karmic situation that we feel was a foolish choice, or again, healing the foolish choice that you made in regards to this situation, whether it was lies, deception, cheating, leaving somebody for something else because the grass seemed greener on the other side. Inspiration. Oops. Inspiration, you got l'anemica, which is the female foe, or someone you consider an adversary. Again, because you might be at odds with this person because of what's transpired. So trying to find again the courage or the inspiration in order to reveal thyself, because you're fearing being met with this. And then you got donna maritata, which is the married woman. So again, this could be trying to find the inspiration to get out of your karmic situation and fearing you'll be met with this. Or this could be the feminine. You know, you view her as someone, how you would view like a mother, like someone you respect, someone who's loving and caring and giving, someone you want to build a home with, you know, but who's now someone you're at odds with because of what's transpired here. And then stanza, this is about secrets. Again, still trying to figure out a way. Or, you know, this is the weekly, or maybe this is the week when this happens for some of you. For some, you know, secrets are going to be revealed and forward movement can be had. Now, how the universe wants him to think: power, strength, power, secrets, sorry, deception, home, and victory. So they're telling the masculine, well, you know, if you reveal your secrets and your deceptions, then victory probably can be had for some of you. Let's see, power, or that you have the power within you to do what you got to do here, to reveal these secrets and deceptions so that you can reunite and have this home life again. You got the married lady there, you know, you can have victory in this situation, but you got to still do what you got to do. Find that willpower, find that strength, balance those energies within yourself so you can lay down these burdens and get out of these toxic codependent situations or addictions to our own stinking thinking, addictions to our shadow self, living our life like that because it's all we've known, fearing letting go of those blankets. You know, again, finding that willpower, strength, and determination within yourself. Power, you got sospiri, this longing, regrets, wishing to be with someone who's at a distance. Or that we're separated from. Giovine fanciulla, this is, you know, an attraction to someone. So longing to be with them, feeling that attraction, that desire to be with them. or, you know, expressing our regrets over choosing the karmic person, revealing the secrets and deception. Grand Signore on power. So this is either you finding the power again within yourself, or again, your regrets over choosing the karmic person and try to, you know, doing it all for the wrong reasons, serving your own self-interests, but in a negative way. On power, you have Prigioni, you know, feeling trapped. This is all on power. Longing to be with someone, or regretful that you probably chose one situation instead of the feminine because you were thinking, you know, for your own self-interests, or needing to find the power within yourself so that you will no longer be longing for this person. You know, you can be with this person. You can step into your power and get out of this self-imposed prison you've put yourself in regards to love, or feeling trapped, you know, in regards to love, because you can't express to the feminine and you're unhappy in your karmic situation because of arrogance and ego. Again, playing a part in your self-imposed prison and your choices that have not worked out in your favor or are not serving you. And how the masculine feels. We got let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Or maybe he doesn't feel like he has any control. Or he wants to let go of control issues, you know, and try to go with the flow, follow his intuition. And you got healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. This is also, you know, healing the union, healing oneself by healing these past childhood wounds. And then you got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So this is how he feels about the feminine. He wants to heal things. He wants to kind of gain control of this situation so that things can move forward, because he feels this attraction, this chemistry. And how the universe recommends you feel. You have mother. I open my heart to my mother's humanness and her divinity. Now, some of the masculines might have mother issues. Not getting the love that we wanted from our mothers. So we seek our mother in our relationships. The provider, the caregiver, the nurturer. But at the same time, some of you might have, you know, the whole Madonna whore complex thing going on, which is an issue with some narcissistic traits, which stems from childhood wounding, which a lot of masculines go through, where they want that in a partner, but then they tend to cheat, look towards porn or whatever it is, because the mother gives you all the nurturing and the love and the care, but you start to not view that person as a woman who has desires of her own, and you start looking outside of the relationship to get your rocks off, so to speak. So there might be some mother issues that need healing, and to understand that the feminine is not your mother. She's not trying to be your mother. She's a woman who has needs and wants just as you do. So again, feminine was getting father issues. All this comes from childhood, people, and it plays a part in how you are present in your relationships. So again, masculine, you might have some mommy issues that you have to deal with. It's all part of therapy, dear. As many people could benefit from going to therapy and digging through the skeletons and tossing out those things that don't serve us and coming into a new awareness of ourselves that we didn't have before. so that we can be better. And speaking of becoming better, health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. You know, again, so maybe that mother and health stems from some kind of childhood wounding, or you got some mother issues. And those mother issues play a part in how you are present in relationships, and that needs to be healed. Again, so that maybe possible Madonna horror complex doesn't come into play in your relationships, and you end up cheating or doing whatever, going for the complete opposite in regards to the mother type that you look to build the family life with. But again, you got the cheaper girls, I'm going to say that, you know, on the side kind of thing. Like that's what, like I said, it's all psychology. So you're needing to focus on your health, your mental health, perhaps, emotional health, and know that you are watched over. I allow myself to feel safe and enjoy my life, knowing that heaven is watching over my loved ones and me. Know that you're loved. You know, again, having the grace to accept the things, even within ourselves, that we didn't realize were a problem, having the grace to acknowledge them, to heal them and let them go, knowing all is a lesson. You know, you are loved, you are watched over. The universe is rooting for you to overcome all of these things that you didn't even know up until now that needed to be addressed and healed, that were affecting you in a negative way. But again, know that you are loved, and they want you to be the best you that you can be. And what the masculine would like to see happen, oh, you have here, sorry, loss, forgiveness, the lady, which is using one's intuition, or this could be the feminine, someone who's intuitive. And then you have growth. So obviously the masculine is hoping that all isn't lost, that forgiveness can be had with the feminine, and that growth can be had in this relationship. Loss. Loss. Militare, you know, challenges, obstacles. Again, hoping that all isn't lost, hoping that, you know, with effort and work, you can strategize a way to make this come together, because there's regrets here. Regrets of the past. And that's why you're wanting forgiveness, the lady. The lady. Yeah, the feminine, spiritual relationship, healing this relationship. Growth. Growth. Jovine Fanciulla, Gran Signore, here they are again. You want there to be growth in this relationship. You want to be with your feminine. And how you can get what you want, follow your instincts. This is crown chakra. And then this is solar plexus, dissipating. This is about not watching opportunities pass you by, sitting in our shoulda, woulda, couldas. You know, taking action, not sitting in one's thoughts. Let's see. Instinct. There is a guide inside us. Inspirational message. Your instinct is finely tuned, so why doubt it? Your journey is guided. Watched over. Personal inquiry. How can I master letting go and move on? Do I trust my inner guidance? Key ideas. Solitary journey. Spirit lies on the road ahead. Led by spirit. Following your instinct. Key words are instinct, guides, and awakening. Spiritual awakening. which is what these Temperance and Chariot and all that symbolize. Balancing ourselves out so that we can have this awakening and choose a spiritual path. Leaving behind, you know, the 3D, the materialistic, searching for pleasure seeking in things that are superficial or shallow or short term or whatever it is, and thinking more long-term success. Valuing the things that deserve to be valued. Putting efforts into things that should have efforts put into it. Not spinning our wheels, not sitting in our woes, or again, looking for things that are temporary fixes. And then you got dissipating. I am more than I think I am. Inspirational message, beware of being imprisoned by the story you tell. Yeah, victim mentality. Do you intend to do what you say? Stop thinking and take action. Personal inquiry, a lack of planning does not indicate misfortune. Am I doing what I say? Key ideas, taking action, content to dream, going in circles. Again, those ruminating thoughts that are doing nothing but spinning our wheels. Strong intelligence, making excuses, procrastinating. Keywords, companionship, connection, assistance. You know, you're getting universal assistance here. You're getting assistance from your guides. You know, it's connecting to one's higher self, taking action. Stop going in circles. You know, make wise choices, long-term choices. Stop making excuses and procrastinating, like sitting in our stinking thinking, coming up with all kinds of reasons why we can't let go of something we know we need to let go of. That includes limiting beliefs, self-destructive behaviors, whatever it is. You know deep down what's got to go. And whatever you're doing to make excuses, to keep holding on to that, there's your lesson. The reason you're struggling so much with it, there's your lesson. And that should tell you how important that this decision is. That's why you keep getting major arcanas in regards to this. Again, this is your moment to leave behind the old and step into the new, to embrace a better you, to not be afraid of success, of love, of happiness. You know, instead wanting to stay stuck in what we've known, even though what we've known is shit, basically. You know, stop letting your life pass you by. Become an active participant in your life. Stop sitting around in the woes, watching the days roll into weeks, roll into months, and you still haven't taken any action. It's self-defeating. It's self-abuse. And a lot of twins come from abusive situations. So if you don't got somebody else abusing you, you're doing it to yourself. Because that's the way your brain has been wired. Like I said, it's conditioning. And it all plays a part in how you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself, and how you enter into relationships with other people, how you treat other people. Do you look at them as objects, as means to an end, or do you look at them as an actual person who has feelings and who deserves truth and honesty and respect and 50-50 relationships where it's not all about you? Again, it's finding balance so that we can become better. And know again that the universe is rooting for you and hoping that you make that manifest for yourself. Because, you know, ignorance is bliss, but knowledge is power. And once you have the knowledge, you have the power to change things. And if you refuse to, if you just choose to sit with that knowledge, but still cling and try to hold on to the negative stuff, the lesson that you should have learned, again, you're keeping yourself stuck. It's the self-imposed prison because you're afraid to step over that threshold, because that means, again, holding yourself accountable from this time forward in regards to your actions, your behaviors, etc. And some people are afraid to do that. They like to scapegoat. other people, blame everything else but themselves for their current circumstances, because it's easier than to admit that you fucked up, that you got a problem, that this is stuff that's going on in you. No, it's this one's fault, it's that one's fault, it's the other person's fault, the world's against me, it's my parents' fault, it's this, it's that, and the other. It's you. Your choices. And this is time for you to choose wisely and stop letting things pass you by, dissipating into the mist. Follow your instincts so that you can have growth within yourself, again, first and foremost. And then what the feminine is thinking, abundance, the Fool, woman of the world, fair gray-haired woman. So this is the feminine thinking about herself, you know, being mature and wise, perhaps thinking of herself as a woman of the world, wanting to take leaps of faith, wanting to step on her new destiny, with or without the masculine. She's just future looking at this point. Let's see. Or, again, if information has been given, if people step out of their thoughts and take action, this is the feminine's response to that. Focusing on the abundance to be had, you know, taking a leap of faith, etc. Or realizing that, you know, a choice has been made, they're choosing you over the karmic. But again, do not stop your life waiting for that choice, because right now their choice has been to not be with you. So don't be hanging around waiting for them to make another choice. Live your life. If they make that choice, approach it at that point. But don't stop time while this person has obviously moved on and is with other people, while you sitting at home looking out the window seeing if they're pulling up the driveway. Do not stop your life. That is the energy that's keeping you blocked from progressing in yourself, from your soul's evolution. The journey here for both of you, it's about the journey to self. It's not about a journey with somebody else. Two broken halves don't make a whole. You got to be whole within yourself. It's about the discovery of self, self-love, self-respect. And if this person isn't giving you love, if this person isn't showing you respect, there's your lesson. Why do you keep clinging on to somebody and fighting to be with somebody and waiting months and years and whatever it is for this person to choose you? You choose you. That was your lesson. And you're, again, stopping your own soul's growth by still hanging on to what this person does. Putting your value, your worth, your motivation in life in the hands of being with this person. That is the lesson for the feminine. Independence. And it's a lesson for this person too. Independence. Stop entering into codependent relationships because you don't want to be alone or you can't support yourself. So you look for someone else to take care of you. It's like this unhealthy thing within the two of you that needs to be balanced so that the two can come together. If it's unbalanced, it's not going to work. That's why the universe keeps saying, focus on yourself. Let this person come into their growth and their realizations on their own. And if they don't, you still have focused on yourself and you're still progressing forward on your journey. You're both on your own journeys. And if you can come together, great. But your journey is not dependent on this person. And your journey isn't dependent on this person. It's dependent on you and the work that you put into you. You learning the lessons. And again, the big lesson for the feminine is to stop clinging and hanging and being doormatty and waiting for your life to continue based on if this person chooses you. Placing your value and your worth in that. That stems from a childhood wound, possible daddy issues. Same reason why this person's got mommy issues. You know, it's not getting that love, so you seek it outside of yourself. And it's about the two of you coming into that balance, having inner strength, will and determination to persevere even if it's alone. So it's important, and the longer you cling on to that, because it's not just the masculine, it's the feminine too, clinging on to this person's response, you're also holding up this union. Your clinging is making this person cling to their codependent stuff. It's that fear of letting go, whether it's letting go, letting go on both sides. You letting go of that toxic stuff and them letting go of the toxic stuff, because the two of you have an imbalance within yourselves. And again, the only way that there's going to be success for this long term, or for this to even come back together on an energetic level and on a spiritual level, is to check thyself. So that way you're both healthy. You're both approaching it from a healthy place where you're complementing each other. You're not codependent on each other. So let us see again, woman of the world. I just wanted to put that out there because I notice again, because I've been there myself. And that's why the universe keeps saying, let it go, let it go. The more you hold on to that, you're keeping yourself stuck. The same way they're keeping themselves stuck, holding on, holding on. It's that fear energy, and you're both thriving in that. You need to let it go. And once you let go and move on, this person either will or they won't. Again, it's all free will. But you're changing the energy. You're changing the dynamic between the two of you. You're taking back control over yourself and not placing the control in the hands of someone else. I said that is a big lesson involved here that many people aren't getting. And that's what's keeping you stuck. That's what they say. It needs to be balanced to move forward. Having inner strength, will, and determination to persevere, to lay down the burdens of this toxicity. Again, first and foremost, within ourselves, keeping ourselves stuck in this addictive type behavior. Woman of the world. Whoa. Woman of the world. Jovine Fanchula. Unexpected surprise. The love letter. La Costanza is to have hope and to persevere. Foolish choices. Domestico. So this is either, again, you feeling like a woman of the world because this person has expressed, through an unexpected surprise, a love letter that they've made foolish choices and they're choosing you, Mr. Domestico. The Fool. Low morale. So maybe again they're telling you, stop being like this, waiting for a message from this person, waiting for them to choose you. But this is what you're thinking about him. So again, there might be that depression because you're waiting for that message, for them to choose you so you can feel like a woman of the world and embark on this new journey. And again, placing your life and the progress of your life, placing your worth in the hands of someone else, waiting for them to validate you. That's got to go. Whoops. Yeah, waiting for this relationship, having low morale, not being the fool and embarking on new journeys within yourself. or you're feeling, again, depressed about this relationship and how there's no beginning because maybe someone hasn't expressed anything yet. Abundance, you got arrogance, ego. So this is what you're thinking about the masculine. So maybe you're thinking there's no abundance because they're still operating in this, in regards to this relationship. Or in order to have abundance, we're needing to let go of that within ourselves, our own stinking thinking, in regards to, again, putting our value and our worth and wishing and hoping and waiting for, like, 10 years for someone else to make a decision to be with us, to validate us. And again, that's got to go. So let's see what else with the feminine should be thinking. We got solitude. This is about, reflecting, using one's judgment, deciding on the path, or this is about, reconciliation. Again, if this person has come and expressed that they made mistakes and they're feeling regrets, it's you trying to decide, trying to troubleshoot, figure out a way. With the dark-haired man, this is him being in his shadow self, trying to figure out if you can deal with this and if there'll be success, and can you weather the storm. But this is what they're telling you should be thinking. So maybe they're wanting you to reflect on that, to not go into it completely with rose-colored glasses, to be aware and use your judgment, figure out a way if you can make this work. Or figure out a way to move forward and stop waiting for the shadow man in order to have success in your own life. Weather the storm. Solitude. Solitude. Lamika. That's on solitude, so that's probably you. Jovine Fanchula. So you could be thinking about you and the karmic partner, or they're wanting you to feel attractive in yourself, to be your own best friend. To feel good about yourself. And they want you to have hope. On Judgment, you got dyscrasia, which is an unfortunate event. This is like the Tower or something major, obviously. And this is sadness. So again, they might be telling you to get out of your shadow self, still have hope for your own self, for your own journey, to feel good about yourself, to be your own best friend, despite what's happened here. Use your judgment, progress forward on your path, and don't be in sadness over, dark-haired man here, or his lies and deception, because troubleshoot also is someone who can be deceptive. They could be just warning about your energy, expending your energy in a negative way instead of in a positive way by focusing too much on the past, not being present, or again, waiting in limbo. That's how you're going to help turn this energy around. Troubleshoot. They want you to look towards the future. Be optimistic. Don't be in sadness over what's transpired here. Again, they want you to feel good within yourself. Be your own best friend. Don't self-sabotage yourself by keeping yourself stuck. Again, waiting for the dark-haired man to get out of his shadow self. Unexpected surprise on dark-haired man. Love letter. Feeling trapped. So again, this could be you feeling trapped. You creating your own self-imposed prison, same as the masculine, because you're sitting around waiting for a letter. Waiting for things to work out the way that you want. In order to have success, you need to get out of that. Same way as the masculine. It's like the two of you feeding off of each other. Fame, you got La Reunion. So in order for there to be some success, again, people are needing to balance within themselves. So this is for both of you. You need to balance and temper your energies from the lower self to the higher self. Shift your thinking. Shift the energy that you're putting out. Get out of this energy. Lay down those burdens. Find the will and determination to progress forward with or without this person. So that way you change your energy. And you make this person possibly, again, it's all free will, it's all whatever, but it helps to shift the energy. First and foremost within yourself, because this is your journey. But in order for there to be some success in here, the two of you, again, are needing to balance that. You're needing to get rid of this. For Storm, you got Emmanuel, which is relationship, strong bond, union. And then you got Morte, which is transformation. So again, for this to transform, they're telling the feminine for her too to get out of her shadow side. Stop sitting around waiting for a message. Focusing all your energy in the waiting for the dark-haired man to change his ways. Creating a self-imposed prison for yourself. Be your own best friend. Invest in yourself. Move forward on your journey. Have the strength to still do that. Again. So that's a warning for the feminine. To, again, for both of them. Now, how the feminine is thinking. She wants to express her love, or she's wanting him to. Because she feels this is a soulmate, and she's trying to call in the soulmate. But again, maybe you're putting too much energy into this, and that's creating shadow side energy, which is creating the block. So again, beware. You can be hopeful again, but don't put all your focus into this situation. You need to focus on you. And then how you should be feeling is caring. Heaven cares for me, and I keep my heart open to caring about myself, you see, others and the world. Because through self-love and self-care, you're loving yourself by not clinging, by not waiting, by not putting all of your value and your worth and whether or not you can persevere and move forward on this person. This is about self-care. And if this person expresses anything to you, then you can show caring to that person too. And then you have open your heart. I allow myself to feel the full range of emotions, especially all the forms of love, including self-love. Again, because if you don't love yourself, you can't love someone else, not from a healthy place. And again, if this person comes around, expresses whatever, you know, show caring and open your heart to them. And then you have family. I pray for my family and give this situation over to God for answers, support, and healing. Let go and let God. What's meant to be will be. To thine own self be true. Love yourself first. And if this person expresses to you that they love you as well, Then you can reunite this family. But if they're not, you're giving them too much power in the waiting, in the wondering. Because you'll know how someone feels about you when they show you. Love needs expression. Thoughts need action. Again, like I said in the other reading, they can be thinking for 10, 20 years. And what are you going to be doing in the meantime? Waiting? You can't do that. Don't stop your life for anyone. This is your journey. It's about your journey to self. Self-love and self-respect. You're showing that you love this person more than you love yourself if you're letting the waiting keep you stuck. That's your lesson. And if you don't get the lesson, just the same as if they don't get the lesson, then this cannot come together. Energetically, you're not going to vibe. You're not going to match because you're coming from this energy instead of from this energy. And what the feminine would like to see happen, well, she would like to see the lovers. She would like to see a reuniting. She would like the masculine to make a decision. Fair gray-haired man, sorry. She'd like to see him make a decision and come show that he's a changed person, the stranger, so there can be happiness and peace. That's what she's hoping for. And how to get what she's wanting? Balance, just like the Temperance card. Temper your energy. Again, stop focusing so much over here. Focus more over here on you, maintaining balance within oneself. And then rejection. Stop focusing on this energy of being rejected, of being left, or again, placing your value in someone else's hands, your worth in someone else's hands, by focusing on this feeling of being rejected and being left. And does he love me? Is he coming back? All that stuff. It's like you'll know when he shows you. But until then, keep it moving. Focus on you. And if he doesn't show you, the universe will provide you with somebody who will show you, who you won't have to jump through hoops to prove anything to. Because someone who loves you wouldn't have you doing that to begin with. And if you were loving you, you wouldn't be doing that to begin with. Because you'd say, hey, this isn't how relationships are supposed to be. They're supposed to be balanced. So that is the realization that the feminine needs to come into. And the masculine. You know, 50-50. Balance is key. And if you're both coming from childhood wounds, this relationship is unbalanced because you're unbalanced within yourself. So let us see rejection. You both got crown chakra. So again, that's the need to get out of the shadow self and into the higher self, meaning to connect with one's higher self, to see a different perspective on the situation, so that we let go of things that are actually holding us holding us back or blocking this union. Because it could be the energy that we're kicking out in ourselves, desperation, you know, lack of self-worth and self-love, still putting that in the hands of somebody else. This person not feeling self-love or self-respect for themselves either, so they keep themselves in codependent relationships, or they don't feel they have what it takes to manifest. They want to sit in the woe-is. It's like everybody wants to sit in the woe-is. Or clinging on to the past. You got to be present and future-looking. Not fearful of the future, but future-looking, focused, determined. Having the willpower and the strength to move forward, even if it's on your own. Discovering your own independence, your self-love, your self-respect, and the universe will naturally provide things that will gravitate towards you based on your new level of consciousness. The new energy that you have in yourself, where you no longer resonate with the lower energy stuff, the shadow side stuff, and you won't be in relationships that bring out the worst in you. They bring out the best in you. So let's see rejection. They won't use me. Oh, they'll use you and abuse you and leave you. You don't want that. I mean, more like they won't pick me. They're not choosing me. Well, there's your answer. Like I said, someone who loves you, you will never have to question that. They will be showing that to you every day. If they're in other relationships with other people, they've moved on. So you clinging to that person, waiting for them to love you, is not serving you. If they come into some realization on their own, which the masculine has, still let them come to you. You do you in the meantime. Show that you love and respect yourself enough to not be waiting around for somebody else. Because they didn't wait for you. They moved on. Even though it was a karmic situation and a toxic situation and one they're trying to get out of, they still moved on. Their life didn't stop because they left you. Only yours did. And you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And that's what the universe is warning you. That's keeping you stuck. It's keeping this person stuck because they're doing the same thing. Can't sit in the woes. Hold on, this thing's going by. Inspirational message. You don't have to be on the inside track. Be true to yourself and you will not be unhappy. Self-love, self-respect. Focus on you, your career, your goals, your wishes, your happiness. Put your energy into people that are putting their energy into you. People that are there for you. People that are showing you love and respect. People are showing you that they want to spend time with you, that they care about your feelings. You know, that's where you should be focusing your energy on, not people that are not. Again, there's your lesson, feminine. Personal inquiry. Am I working with or against my environment? Again, kicking up blocks, keeping ourselves stuck because we're afraid to move on without this person, even though they've already moved on. Whether they come back or not is here or there, but you keeping yourself stuck. What is the purpose of my present solitude? Again, sitting there alone. You had solitude over here, right? So they're saying, you know, you're sitting here alone in your woes and you need to be your own best friend. You had Lamika and Giovanni Franchula. Think about yourself in a positive way. Have confidence in yourself. Key ideas, others' approval. See, needing the validation of your worth based on if this person chooses you. You can't do that. Key ideas, others' approval, unsupportive environment, working alone, arrival of a teacher. Yeah, perhaps it's even your higher self arriving finally to be your teacher. The universe trying to be your teacher and guide you onto a better path, a better way of thinking. Again, about your journey, why you're here, reflecting on your life. You know, what formed these belief systems that you hold about yourself and about relationships. You know, when the student is ready, the teacher arrives, right? Keywords, protection, exclusion, development, self-development. That's what this journey is about for both of you. The development of self, to attain knowledge of self, self-love, self-respect, independence. So don't get into stinking thinking. And then you have balance, which is third eye chakra. I must create before the opportunity disappears. So that's why you're clinging and clinging and clinging because you're thinking if you let go, the opportunity will be gone. But again, this person's already let go. You can't keep trying to hold on to somebody that's already let go of you. You have to let go. And if that person, if you set something free, if it comes back to you, it was always meant to be yours, like, you know, think like that. Inspirational message, running towards something may chase it away. Again, the runner and the chaser. Investing too much energy into this person and not enough in yourself is going to keep them stuck, keep you stuck. Be wary of being deceived by your own desires. Again, personal inquiry, I take me with me wherever I go. Again, be your own best friend. Love yourself. Is there a part of my life that may be out of alignment with who I am? Again, it's about maintaining balance, taming the shadow side. Key ideas, chasing illusions, health matters, making ourselves sick with worry and stress and depression or whatever, all because of this relationship. compulsive behavior. Health matters. I said dietary imbalance, you know, trying to eat or drink our sorrows away. Being result-oriented, self-neglect, you know, being in the lowest. Honoring values, yeah, honoring and valuing yourself. Keywords, assistance, courtesy, and support. Find the support of other people. Again, put your energy into people that are putting their energy into you, not throwing your energy into somebody who's ignoring you or who's not showing interest, not showing you love and respect. You got to show you love and respect. And what is the possible outcome if you both put in the work? You have the Two of Spring. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity, partnering with others who share your dreams, great progress being made. So it's the two of you embarking on a journey together, putting in the action. And then you have the Two of Summer, which is the Two of Cups, falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up, your relationship can be healed. But first we need to heal thyself in order for this relationship to be healed. And then you have the Queen of Autumn. Be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. So again, it's like be practical. Don't be all in the woo-woo. And the Two of Spring, we have I wrote it down here. The world is your oyster. Huge potential. Understanding one's ambitions and what must be done. Being enthusiastic in your approach to life and passion for adventure, a spark of inspiration or path forward, discovery, stepping out of one's comfort zones, considering long-term plans, overseas travel. Again, people might be separated. Decisions, to stick to what you know or expand your horizons. Again, leaving the old and stepping into the new, letting go of our shadow self and embracing our new enlightened self. Holding ourselves accountable for our words and actions, taking other people's feelings into consideration. You know, it's about growth. Exploring one's options, having patience and focus on intent. Watching your ideas materialize. Future planning, progress, decisions. Two of Cups, of course, is the soulmate card. Symbolizes weddings, commitments, engagements, unions of opposites, just like the black and white over here, just like the Temperance card, just like it's the yin and the yang coming together with honor and respect and balance, and that brings reward. Passion, sexual attraction, which may or may not be allowed to express itself because you're not able to express your love to each other yet because you haven't gained that full self-love yet and people are still in karmic situations. The coexistence of dark and light within us. Again, it's the balance. Beauty and power when two become one. Mutual respect, balance, and harmony with each other. A win-win. It's not just you, it's we. A heartfelt exchange of emotions, appreciation, kindness, thoughtfulness, feeling special to one another. Considerate of one another. You know, but it's also a time will tell kind of card. It's not as strong as the Lovers card. You know, it's something that effort has to be put in order to sustain it so that it becomes the Lovers, you know, weathering the storm. And Queen of Pentacles, of course, is about exercising good judgment, being practical, financially stable. That's what the two of you need to become. No more codependency. It's balancing work and family, personal wealth, being down to earth in your attitudes, being realistic and versatile. Again, taking consider other people's feelings and stuff, working with each other. So on that note, my lovelies, I wish you love and light. I wish you well. I wish you healing, and I wish you luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through in your life. And hopefully things can become into balance. Hopefully people get out of their shadow sides. Hopefully there can be progress and people find the strength and willpower and determination to persevere and move forward and to go for what they want and not let fear and stinking thinking and codependency and addictions hold us back, whether in our karmic situations or sitting around waiting for somebody else. You know, to thine own self be true. Love yourself first. And then you will attract things in like manner. You will attract things that also love you and respect you. But you got to give it to yourself first. And masculine, that goes for you, doing what you need to do so that you're giving that to yourself, so that you can give it to the feminine, and vice versa. So you guys can be balanced when you come together, and there'll be a chance for longevity and people not stepping back into codependent behaviors, seeking validation outside of oneself. Because your world cannot end because someone is no longer in it. Persevere. Be strong. I know you got it in you. And again, if you'd like a personal reading, all the information is below. Please like, subscribe, and share. Also keep in mind that these readings are general. So if you want to know what's going on in your situation, a personal reading is always best. What else? Oh, look for the singles that's coming up, as well as a daily drama. And again, I wish you the best. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.